So this euro dollar analysis for Monday, the 18th of June. Now let's just have a look at prices, where prices may likely go. So we saw this sell-off came pretty close towards 1862. Saw this pretty strong sell-off all the way down towards this 1554 or so, forcing the bullish buy side momentum to take us above the 1612, from which we did see rejection from the 1612. We did have a gap down in the market, brief pullback from the 1578, but we do appear to be breaking 1578 at present. So looking to see if we do find support in around 1554 for a move back to the upside, failing to hold support in around the 1554. We're then potentially looking for price head down towards the 115, successful break from which we're then looking for price head down towards our 1428 here on the euro dollar. Now, after seeing such a strong move and seeing the momentum follow through at the moment, I don't anticipate prices trading much beyond that 1620 here. Far end of the range to the upside may just be the 1660 if we do see a bit of a turnaround in trend on the euro dollar. Now let's just have a look here at the higher time frames to see how prices have been developing here. So we'll have a look here on the monthly chart, and as we can see here on the monthly chart of the euro dollar, we formed our base just here, had prices had a strong move here to the upside, 2017, brief pullback, further move up towards that 125, an area where we did have the 200 period moving average here on the monthly chart, as well as likely would have been a psychological level in around a 125, from which we did form a bit of a flag, but we broke out to the downside here, and saw a pretty strong move to the downside. We have seen a brief recovery upwards in June here, but we are seeing that sell side momentum following through. So we do seem poised to retest the previous month's lows in around that 115.10, and again pretty close towards that 115 level, and if we do break from there, we're looking at that 1428 here. From the monthly chart also, there remains a possibility of course seeing a bit of a turnaround, putting in a lower high, in which case we could have a head and shoulders pattern here on the monthly chart, but that would require a failure in around that seeing a recovery towards that 120, seeing a failure to progress beyond that level, and seeing that sell side momentum return to the market. Now what we'll do now is we'll have a brief look here at the weekly chart. Over on the weekly chart here of the euro dollar, you can see where we stalled in around that flag around the 125 that we didn't break out to the upside. So there's sell side momentum, pretty strong consistent sell side momentum coming to this market here. Had a brief recovery the week before last, but then seeing a strong sell-off last week based on fundamental news, and we are seeing that sell side momentum continue here. So if we do see that retracement to the downside, does appear to be a confluence here on the weekly chart. Now we do have the 200 period moving average here on the weekly chart sitting in around at 114, and in around at 114 we do have the let's just see if we can get this correct. In around at 114 we do have the, well, it's slightly above the level, we have the horizontal level of the 1428, so we do have a bit of a 30 pip zone there, 25-30 pip zone, where from a weekly chart there is a possibility of finding support and seeing a move back to the upside here on the euro dollar. Now let's just have a brief look at daily chart before wrapping up. And on this daily chart we can see here we had a sharp sell-off, brief pullback, further sell-side momentum, stronger pullback, consolidation, did appear to be forming a flag for further upwards momentum, but what we did see was an bearish engulfing candle. Here on the daily chart, we've seen a brief recovery on Friday, retested the 1612, but we do appear to be having that sell-side momentum return to the market. So if we do see that sell-side momentum follow through, again, we've mentioned levels that we are looking at here from a daily chart perspective. In around that 115, we do have the 400 period moving average. But if we do break our previous lows, there is a possibility of seeing that further sell-side momentum down towards our 1428. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the euro dollar analysis. Thanks for watching.